James. The Hornets are trying to make noise in the regular season. They've already started 4-0. As Okafor and Anthony jump it, Joel Anthony winning the tip, and Carlos Arroyo controls for the Heat. We are underway from a sold-out New Orleans arena. Wade off the dribble drive, kicks it out of bounds. He tried to kick it out, but he kicked it out of bounds instead. Hornets basketball on something we're becoming accustomed to, a turnover by the opposition.
Yeah, and you had Wade looking for LeBron James as a jump shooter in the corner. LeBron wasn't looking to shoot a jump shot. He was coming towards the ball as the ball flew by him.
Here's Chris Paul. Terrific start for the three-time All-Star. Feeds Okafor, and the Hornets strike first as the sellout crowd can take a seat.
But we talked about attacking inside out, and that's what you're going to see.
This is Wade. Belinelli has the defensive assignment to start the game on Wade. Now James. Ariza guarding LeBron. Help defense from Okafor. Skip pass finds Bosh, and we're tied.
We saw Chris Bosh come in here last season and only missed one shot from the field. So he's had some success on this court.
Okafor coming to the ball above the three-point arc. Now CP. Belinelli with the ball fake, the dribble drive, and banks it in as the Hornets retake the lead.
And again, taking the ball to the basket. You want to say that maybe Miami doesn't have a shot blocking contingent inside there. They can steal the ball and run, but in terms of just defending down low, they might not do that so well.
Well, pick and roll, Arroyo and Bosh, handoff along the baseline. Wade shot blocked underneath. Loose ball on the floor. West, who I believe got the block, also got the loose ball. This is Ariza off the dribble. No. Rebound West. That is blocked by Anthony. Great block by Joel. Hornets get another opportunity, and they'll use the full clock.
But they got a drive and an offensive rebound, so attacking inside is working so far.
Here's Paul. Wants two. Has two. Hornets with a 3-for-5 start and a 4-point lead.
Yesterday, well, this morning after shoot-around, you heard Coach Williams say that people talk about Chris Paul as a closer. He says, I consider him the opener, too. That's pretty good stuff.
Where you can do everything.
Yeah.
Defensive 3-second violation. It'll be a free throw for Miami.
We talked about attacking inside out. You see Marco Belinelli go right to the basket, get a basket, and that could have been a three-point opportunity, and you want to force the issue. Get opportunities for yourself at the line.
Okafor was called for the defensive 3-second violation. A violation the Hornets do not have to pay for as Arroyo misses the technical free throw. Now sideline out for Miami. How critical it is for the Hornets to get production from the two-guard spot, and Belinelli had 18 in Houston on Wednesday. LeBron inbounds right into the post for Bosh. West has that coverage. Pokes it free. Whistle foul. Joey Crawford had the call along the baseline against West.
What you will see Miami want to do, they want to spread you out so they can play one-on-one basketball. You want to load up against them so that they can't come off on the drives. Again, you want to make them shoot jumpers.
Bosh gives it up to Wade. Cannot go baseline on Belinelli, so he split two and then throws it away. Second Dwayne Wade turnover. This is Ariza, third in the league in steals. Cannot finish underneath.
Off-balance shot. Tough shot to try to make.
This is LeBron. We haven't seen him take a shot yet. That pass deflected neatly out of bounds by Emeka Okafor.
See, I don't buy that LeBron James, Magic Johnson comparison. He's going to, you know, be the next guy to average a triple-double and lead the league in assists. And I just don't buy that.
Inbounds it to Anthony. Now Arroyo. Wade finds Bosh. LeBron still has not taken a shot. Bosh bumped out of bounds by West, and that's bad news for Monty Williams, because that will be David's second.
Well, and one of the things that they talk about in every game is defend without fouling. And you talk about a club in Miami that's averaging about 18 made free throws a game, 22 actually made free throws a game. So that's such a big part of what they do, because they do like to drive.
So Monty Williams goes to his secret weapon here in the opening week of play off the bench. Jason Smith coming off a career-high tying 14-point game in Houston.
Well, you get to continue running the same kind of pick and pops with Jason and Chris Paul as you do with David and Chris Paul. he can still shoot that mid-range jump shot, but not having David West on the floor is an issue.
They want to put 2 seconds back on the game clock to make it 9:08. There'll be 14 seconds on the shot clock. And LeBron will be the trigger man once they correct the clock. Now it is to the satisfaction of lead official Joey Crawford, and here we go. As David West talks about early foul trouble alongside Peja. This is LeBron. Bosh against Smith. LeBron back to Bosh, and the southpaw misses. Nice defense as Ariza grabs the strong side rebound. This is Paul. All against Arroyo. Calling out instructions. He wants a screen from Smith. There he is, open after the pick and pop. No. And Bosh grabs the camera. This is LeBron. First shot of the night. No.
And it's a jump shot that does not go down.
Smith with the rebound. Hornets have the ball, a 6-2 lead. Early shooting favoring the Hornets, although they cooled off just a little bit. Ariza drive and kick. Paul finds Belinelli. Great ball fake on Wade. Ariza for three. Bottom.
It's really good to see Trevor Ariza not only make the shot, but not hesitate to take the shot. I think he's been hesitating a little bit, Bob, not pulling the trigger when he's had open looks.
Gill, just 5 points for Trevor in Houston on Wednesday. Already has 3 on his first shot, and a 7-point New Orleans lead. Wade splits 2. Scoops it short, and another whistle underneath as Wade hit the deck. May have hit his head on the floor after colliding.
Trevor Ariza this time catches the ball in position to take a shot, doesn't hesitate. You'll see him get the nice pass out, and that's the shot. Net almost does not move. That's the shot you want him to take. That's the shot he's going to get when penetration is first part of the offense.
Foul was on Emeka Okafor, his first. It's the team's third, however, and we've only played a little over 4 minutes. And Dwayne Wade at the free throw line gets his first. And Monty Williams and his staff know very well that Dwayne Wade is a guy who loves to get to the line, but he also is turnover prone, and we've already seen both.
And so is LeBron James turnover prone, because they try to make sometimes the spectacular play because they can.
Hornets held the Heat without a point for like 3 minutes in this first quarter. Another 3 for Trevor. He's already scored more in the first 4.5 minutes tonight than he did all Wednesday in Texas.
Without hesitation, Bob. I mean, he's knocking them down, but no hesitation.
Bees by 8. James finds Arroyo. He misses short. Loose ball foul underneath. And they caught Jason Smith. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Hornets. We still have 7:26 to play in the opening frame.
You'll see Ariza just catch and release. Not a second thought at all. This is my shot. I got it tonight. I'm putting it up, and it's going in.
James again, the trigger man, near sideline to Wade. This is Bosh.
He'll shoot a fall away.
Tries a split 2, off balance, off the mark, and Jason Smith grabs the rebound once again. This is Paul spinning away from Arroyo, using Okafor's screen. Alley-oop to Emeka! How about that?
Super play by both players.
Like a delayed screen roll on the alley-oop.
They're starting to recognize and communicate and know.
4 dimes in 5 minutes of play. Miami ball. Hornets by 10 as LeBron James has it against Ariza. Strong drive by number 6, and the bucket on LeBron James' second field goal try of the night.
That's what he's looking for. That's what he's looking to do. That's what you don't want to give up. You got to square up on him and make him shoot the J.
It's a pretty easy play to draw up after a timeout, right?
Give it to LeBron. Yeah.
Paul looking for Smith, nothing there. Ariza nicely comes to the ball, but only 5 to work with. Lost it off the dribble. Here comes Wade. And Belinelli with the foul at half court. That means that Miami is already in the penalty at the 6:23 mark of the opening quarter.
You talk about trying to stop them when they get in a fast break mode, and you cannot let them take the ball from you because they are off and running.
Miami just a 2-for-7 start from the field, but Wade goes to the line. These will be the 4th and 5th free throws for Miami. Wade's got all 3 of his points at the line.
What they get from the free throw line, Bob, and what they get off of turnovers equal 40% of their total team scoring. 40%. They score 40 points from the line and turnovers combined, and they average 106 a game. Wade
gets 2 at the line. So far, the Heat have not been whistled for a foul. The Hornets over the limit. Nearing the halfway mark of the quarter. Paul steering the ball around that defense. Great jump feed to Okafor, and the foul.
Now, we talked about it. Chris Paul, and he's talking to his teammate about where you need to go. But you have guys who have tremendous athletic ability, and then you have guys who are tremendously clever. Chris Paul is tremendously clever. He's probably more clever than he is athletic, but he's so clever that it makes up for the fact that he's not 6'4", 210.
Okafor at the line, it delivers the free throw. Mecca visited the line frequently in Houston, completing that three-point play already with 7. Look at that. And has not missed from the field. The Hornets are pretty much letting Arroyo be free, and he throws it away. Turnover number 3 for Miami. Paul between the legs, behind the back, pick and roll, now finds Belinelli. This is for 2.
He had to look.
Oh, Smith wanted to sneak behind Dwayne Wade. Almost got to the ball. Here's LeBron, wants to go baseline. You can see that look in his eye. No, he's going to pull up for 3 and nails it. Wow.
You know, you have to live with that. You can't give him everything, so you got to contest it, though. You got to get a hand in his face and make him shoot Jay.
James' second field goal. This is Smith. And LeBron with a rebound. Hornets recovering in transition. That's a key tonight. LeBron very short, and Emeka snares his first rebound.
See, that shows the way he missed that shot, that he's not a true jump shooter.
Paul worked away from the trap. Smith thought about it. Paul will recover it. He'll have under 10 seconds when he crosses the timeline again. Paul trying to split 2, lost control, and a foul on Miami. This one's going against Wade. Second team foul, first on Dwayne. I guess we can't call him Flash anymore. He says that's not my nickname. I'm done with Flash. Although he has some new superhero commercial. So
floppy disk? Can we call him floppy disk?
Why would you get rid of a cool nickname like Flash if you're going to be a superhero?
Well, because I guess it's already taken.
But he had it for so long. Here's Paul, 5 on the clock. Finds Smith, got to get rid of it, Jason. He'll drive it, dunk! That's a great way to get rid of it, Jason!
You know, you don't have Ilgauskas on the floor, so attack the rim.
Attack he did. First bench points of the night for New Orleans. And look at the points in the paint, favoring the Bees as well. James. Kick out, House. No, sir. But Anthony, with good rebounding position, gives House another chance for 3. No. Anthony misses. They had 3 chances. The third was not a charm.
Very fortunate. You don't want to let them get 3 looks.
Belinelli. Smith almost bidding for a second dunk in a row. Under 4 minutes to go. Wade, key, line, lane, scoop, and score to cut the New Orleans lead to 6.
You talked about transition, and you see they've got guys in transition that will finish in more than one.
House must feel like he's on an island. He's got Chris Paul. Almost lost it in the lane. There's a wide open Jason Smith again. A dunk and a jumper.
But what you don't want is to let House get open jump shots. He's too good at it.
Coming into tonight, Eddie House, a 62% three-point shooter. He's made 10 threes in their first 5 ball games.
That's crazy.
Let me get my calculator out. Oh yeah, that's 2 a game. But it feels like more when you're shooting 62%. Wade, fall away, no. Okafor's second board. Under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Paul, Smith, pick and pop. Bottom again.
So you can run the same stuff that you run with David West at that part of the floor. Maybe not lower, but certainly around the foul line you can.
The former first-round pick of the Miami Heat back in 2007. Never played for him. It was traded on draft day to Philly. But Smith has scored 6 in a row against a team that, who knows, he might have played for once. Under 2.5 to go. James drive and kick. House dribble drive. This is for 2. Eddie House. Nice maneuver in the lane. Cut it to 8.
He is a shooter. That's what he is. That's what he does.
Timeout New Orleans with 2:12 to go. A sellout crowd has witnessed a lot of things tonight. In fact, a pick and roll dunk is one of them. But that wasn't the only jam. Jason Smith getting into the dunk party. And your first sellout of the season, though, far averaging just under 9 points per game off the bench. As you mentioned, already off to a great start tonight.
And 4 rebounds to go with the 6 points, 3 or 4 from the field. So he's not just scoring. He's doing a little bit of everything.
Willie Green on the floor with Jason Smith as he replaces Belinelli. Okafor comes up with a loose ball, and Emeka off to a terrific start.
Are we seeing a much more confident Emeka Okafor? We saw it against Yao Ming, and it's continuing tonight against the Miami Heat.
You saw the numbers 9 and 2, but how about a 4 for 4 from the floor start? 1:40 left as LeBron trapped up high. House works it to Wade. Can't deliver. Ariza rebounds it. Hornets with the ball up 10.
You made him a jump shooter. That's the second time he's missed from the corner. Different corners, but the same result.
Miami shooting 31% in the first frame. Paul finds Okafor again. CP in the first quarter has 9 dimes.
Well, that means guys are scoring because you don't get an assist unless your teammate makes the bucket.
The Hornets surgically taking Miami apart in this first quarter. Another miss under a minute to go. Hornets shooting 60%. Miami's down to 29%, 5 for 17. 50 seconds left. Paul just dismissed that trap. Finds Smith. That was almost a heat check for Smith off the bench.
Is that because he's playing in Miami? A heat check?
Very nice. Hesitation, dribble, drive, fall away by LeBron. No, sir. 35 seconds left. This is Willie Green. Key, line, lane. Floats it through for 2. The Hornets with a 14-point advantage.
Attacking inside.
What a display by the undefeated Hornets as they boo each time LeBron touches the ball.
I wouldn't do that too loudly, though.
Here's Wade, baseline drive, and lays it in. You can give the Heat now 8 points in the paint, but an area the Hornets have dominated here in the first quarter. 7 seconds left. Will CP just hold on to it? With 4, with 3, around the trap, a whistle and a foul. They had 1 to give. So the Hornets will get it side out with 2.6 seconds left. And it'll be Trevor Ariza inbounding along the sideline. Who gets the last try for New Orleans?
I'd say Trevor Ariza. You know, I always say the most dangerous man is the one that's not on the court. Remember, and he hasn't hesitated on a couple of jump shots earlier in the quarter.
Remember, West sat 3 minutes in with 2 fouls. Ariza looking, finds Okafor, turns and fires. No, as time expires, which is just Southern Arkansas. Get more at CoxSportsTV.com.
Well, this becomes a different type of scenario. Now you just have LeBron James out there. He will take all of the shots with this group. So you want to make sure that you load up on him.
Bayless to Smith to Ariza. Can't get that 3. Hit his first 2 trays in the first quarter as James challenges Green. To the baseline, Haslem. That's his shot, but not on his first try.
But he also likes to shoot it from the free throw line area, too. Remember that one he banked in, falling away?
Right.
Last year for a win.
Deflection by House. Bayless recovers. Ariza recovers it. It's not over and back, although House was yelling for it. Here's Ariza. Avoided the defense. And doesn't get the bounce. Look at that follow by Smith!
And the foul.
Who is is that masked man, says Miami.
We're going to start calling him J. Smith because, you know, as you start playing well, you get to go by one initial and one name. So Jason Smith is going to become J. Smith pretty soon. Way to follow it. Stay active, and you never know what good can happen.
Can't convert the free throw. Jason Smith playing above the rim here in this first half of play for Monty Williams and company. Hornets with their largest lead, 14.
And it's so very important that he plays well because those early fouls on David West.
Ilgauskas, the 7'3" center who likes shooting from out there, delivers. He's just the second player to score for Miami, not among the big three.
Now, is it that he likes shooting from out there? He just doesn't like going inside.
That's his game. Here's Ariza. Smith, interior pass intended for Benga, picked off. James, long skip pass into the corner and off of New Orleans.
Good transition defense, which the coaches talked about. You want to keep the Heat out of the fast break mode. You want to keep the wow issue out of the ball game, because if they start running and dunking, it excites them, if not anybody else.
David West, if he can get the warm-up off, is going to re-enter the lineup for New Orleans. He left after 3 minutes of the first quarter after picking up his second foul. But did Jason Smith ever light it up? 8 points in 11 minutes filling in. He also had 5 rebounds, and that leads the Hornets. Here's Jones from James. Ariza grabbing his 4th rebound. The Hornets with 16 boards already. Bayless finds Ariza, attacking the rim, instead finds West. And Jones gets to James. I feel like I'm Dr. Seuss here. Ilgauskas, another perimeter jumper.
And that is what he does, and you almost would say, well, let him live with that because he's not going to get to the free throw line. But if he starts making jumpers like that, you got to do something to stop it. You don't want him to get 4 or 5 in a row.
Green thought about it. James closes him out. Now Ariza. Benga hard off the backboard, off right as well. Here comes Miami. Green tries to force LeBron upstairs. Doing a good job of it. Tips the ball. James recovers the ball, finds House. Now Jones, 3 ball.
Can shoot it.
Jones at 52% coming in. Had a 12-point second quarter in their large win over Minnesota.
Players perform. Some do it differently than others. Chris Paul's as good as they are.
3-guard offense now for Monty Williams' crew. Bayless, Green, and now Marcus Thornton, who comes on for the first time, joining West and Benga, who are up front. Here's Marcus. Doesn't take him long to scratch.
Well, not only does it not take him long to scratch, but credit Coach Monty Williams of putting him in, because he recognized where there were open shots, and he knows that Marcus can knock him down.
Bayless defending James. LeBron, no.
Now, you talked about why did they bring Bayless in. That's one of the reasons he's strong enough to compete against big guards.
Here's Bayless deep underneath. Kick out to Green, who bobbles and recovers. Still 10 to work with. This is Marcus looking. Now West. West turns, fires, and his first bucket of the ball game comes with 8:19 to play in the first half.
We go back to talk about attacking inside out. There's just not any stoppers down low for Miami. That's not what they do.
LeBron splitting 2, getting 2. Made that look easy.
But once he split the first 2, Bob, essentially for him it was easy.
Hornets lead back to 10. Bayless, a little trap, not a strong trap. Bayless from West, no. Remember Houston, he struggled in the first half, missing all 3 of his shots, and then bang, bang in the fourth quarter. Knocked down his first 2, and it really helped trigger the Hornet victory.
It's important for him to make jump shots because he's going to get them in the offense.
This is House. Nice bounce feed to Haslem. Wow.
These are the guys who are not as known as the top players, and they probably come out playing as much against themselves and against their starters as against the opposition. They want to be known.
You got Miami thrice, and then you have Miami mice. Marcus, look out. Last touch by Miami.
Udonis looks like Adonis taking this baseline move.
Nothing Benga could do about it except avoid turning it into a three-point play.
I'd probably say to my mom, "You're going to name me Udonis. Why not name me Adonis?" I mean, come on.
Well, you can bring that up.
Give me a break.
Hornets down to 5 on the clock. Bayless got it to Benga, but charged in the process. Offensive foul.
Yeah, and that means that the offense is a little bit out of sync, a little disjointed. This is the first time we've seen this happen on offense tonight.
Just the third New Orleans turnover, but the second of the quarter. Haslem. Zydrunas Ilgauskas tall enough to reach over, but he must have position. That's over the back.
He's tall enough to not need to reach over, actually.
We're nearing the halfway mark of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning us in on CST, Hornets have been in charge since Miami scored the first 2 points of the ball game. They missed 5 in a row after that. And the Hornets have been on fire, in real control of this game. West floats it up short, and Ilgauskas in traffic has the rebound.
Good defense again. You force a jump shot at the transition and not a layup.
This time as Bayless splits 2, he's fouled. This one's going on Ilgauskas, who was already coming out because Bosh is coming in. CP3 on the bicycle. And he likes to do this in order to keep that body warm, the knee in particular that he had surgically repaired last season.
Well, you're trying to limit his minutes, but he doesn't want to get stiff and have a hard time getting back in the game, so he does it to keep his rhythm.
House intercepts the poor pass. Bayless with a nice challenge, but House with an even nicer finish.
Well, we talked about taking care of the basketball. That was an unforced turnover, really.
Halfway through, Bayless is fouled again by House. Break, join him on the floor. A little more than halfway through quarter 2 here at the Hive. Hornets have led by as many as 14 points. Arroyo defending Paul, uses West's screen, frees him for the jumper, got it, and a foul.
That's a really good move by Chris Paul. We talked about how sometimes he really hesitates before he starts becoming an option. Now he's not, just taking it to Arroyo. Arroyo really has nothing to deter Chris Paul with. He's not quick enough, not clever enough, and Chris Paul just takes advantage.
A solid screen set by two-time All-Star David West as well. As CP delivers the free throw, it's his first attempt of the night. Hornets as a club 2 out of 3, and the lead grows to 9 in the three-point play. Okafor coming to the scorer's table, about to check back in. Wade behind the back, Haslem. And CP with the rebound. Loose ball foul on the Hornet guard. It's actually on Thornton.
Well, you got the first part of the defense is you want to make the jump shot be the offensive decision. Marcus trying to get his position inside, pushes off, and his arm went out beyond his body. Again, we talk about you got to keep your arms down within the frame of your body.
Bosh hits the side of the backboard. Thornton that time rebounding position. Paul feeding West, and he lost it out of bounds.
Going to make a quick move. Made it a little too quickly.
A foul on Thornton, by the way, was the Hornets' first team foul. Only a little over 5 minutes remaining. The opposite of the first quarter.
Yeah, they were just sending people to the foul line a lot in the first quarter. Turned that around.
Belinelli and Okafor back on the floor for the Hornets. This time the shot by Bosh dribbles away, no good. He's 1 for 5, has just 2 points. Paul found no space, bounces it back out. West doubled. Thornton still 10 on the clock, so he gets it into number 3's hands. CP off the dribble drive, tried a dangerous skip pass, and Arroyo knocks it out of bounds as he tumbles to the ground. 3 seconds remaining off this pending inbounds.
3 seconds is a long time. You got a chance to set a couple of good screens, but you got to really know how much time is left. So you want to catch and shoot, not catch and dribble and shoot. You want to catch and shoot.
Number 3 with 3 ticks. Inbounds to West and misses long. West 1 for 5 start. This is Wade. Left-hand dribble drive challenged underneath. Rebounded up, no, but a whistle. Terry Crawford again got the decision underneath.
We know Dwayne Wade likes to take the ball to the basket. This is a good challenge. You can test everything, and I like that attitude by the club. Everybody's going after shots. Nothing's going to be easy inside and without fouls.
Okafor got the clean block on the first attempt, and then you saw CP with the personal, his first. After the second opportunity, Dwayne Wade now is 5 for 5 at the line. Came in at 72% at the stripe. And there are his numbers so far. About to hit double digits because of his ability to get to the line. 5th overall pick in 03 is a 4-time NBA All-Star. Cuts the Hornet lead to 7. Ball directing the offense. Monty Williams gave him a tremendous compliment this week. Says he manages a basketball game like Peyton Manning manages a football game. 2 great quarterbacks in their respective sports. West finds Thornton, only 2 to shoot. Got to get rid of it. CP will, near half court. No.
He had no choice. Shot clock on his back.
Here's Wade, another dribble drive, another finish. And the Hornet lead has been reduced to 5.
It's amazing the difference when they get in the lane and when you make them shoot jump shots. It's a stark difference.
16 points in the paint out of their 34, almost half. Here's Marcus, fall away in front of his own bench. Nothing but the bottom of the net. His second bucket. This is Arroyo. Now Bosh. Denied baseline by West. Kick out Jones, straight away Trey. Such a dangerous long distance shooter.
That's what he does. That's why the coaches say KYP, know your personnel.
Under 3 minutes to play as Paul and West upstairs with it. This is Belinelli. Okafor waits for traffic to clear. What's the call? Blocking foul against Miami. Focus.
He's got 7 points, but what's very important for the Hornets, he has yet to go to the free throw line. He's 0 free throw attempts on the evening, and that's a very good sign. LeBron James, I believe, probably needs to be a little more selfish than to play with a team where everybody spreads it around. I don't think that's when he's at his best, and that's not when he can make another team at their best.
Mecca Okafor at the free throw line grazes the iron on his first attempt. He's 1 of 2 at the line, but he leads all Hornets with 11 points tonight. Make it 12. In 15 minutes of action, 12 points, a block, an assist, and 2 rebounds from Monty Williams.
People used to ask me, Bob, during the offseason, what's going to help Mecca be a better player? And I'd say health. And then they'd say, really? I said, no, not his, Chris Paul's.
Yes, he does tend to make everybody around him better, doesn't he? 2.5 to play. James pitches to Arroyo, who cannot connect. Rebound saved by Ariza to Okafor.
When you force another jump shot by somebody other than the house of James, you're okay.
Look at Paul! Off the dribble drive, the head fake and the finger roll.
He tricked him. He tricked him.
He had that look as he headed up court quickly. Wade gives it up to Haslem. There'll be no give and go, according to Ariza. Nice screen by Haslem, but that pass knocked away. Paul saving it to Ariza. How did that get to Trevor? And how did it get to Marco?
Just really good awareness by all the players looking up the court.
That ball had eyes for Ariza. SportsTV.com. Victor has a story for us.
We just want to remind all the Hornet fans to join us at Hornets on CST. Share your thoughts about the game. What you think of the first half here of the Hornets and Heat. Twitter at Hornets on CST.
LeBron James with a long two cuts the Hornet lead to 7. James with his 9th point on his 8th shot.
Pick your poison, but I'd rather have him shooting jumpers. He's not around the rim.
I'm with you. Belinelli dribbling along the baseline, kick out Paul. Key, line, lane, scooped it off to Emeka, and yet another Hornet first half dunk.
Chris Paul's health means Emeka stepping up. Chris Paul can take it inside, and you gotta honor him. You gotta come to him. But if you are open, he will find you. I'm telling you, to play with Chris Paul has to be a joy for all big men.
And all broadcasters.
Yes, indeed.
Points in the paint. Hornets a +10 on the night. Hornets a +9. And the leading scorer in this game is Emeka Okafor with 14 points.
Inside out.
James free reign.
That's what you don't want to give him. You don't want the wow factor to get involved with this ball game. His teammates get too hyped up about it.
LeBron with his 11th point. He and Wade with 23 of the 41 Miami points. Hornets by 7 with 40 seconds left. Ball is trapped and fouled. Ilgauskas simply not quick enough to do anything about Chris Paul's dribble.
Well, you'll see the athletic talent of LeBron James. He's 6'8", 250 plus, and as quick as anybody that plays the game. So finishing for him is not a big deal. They're asking Ilgauskas to come out and do what's called a hedge on Chris Paul on that screen and roll that's high, and he's too slow for that. You were right on the money for that. And Chris Paul is going to get by him every time. Not every time, but every time.
Chris Paul's having a whale of a first half against this Miami squad. He already is in double digits with 10 assists. If he makes this free throw, he'll have 9 points to go alongside. And the New Orleans lead back up to 9. He's played 17 minutes, Gil. He almost has a double-double already.
And James wants the ball.
Hands off to Wade. Goes baseline, lost control, out of bounds. That is turnover number 3 by Dwayne Wade.
Outstanding defense. He wants the baseline. He's wanted it all night, and the Hornets didn't give it to him.
28.3 seconds remaining on the game clock. A full shot clock for the Hornets as Ilgauskas leads. Chris Paul chats and dribbles. Multi-talented point guard. I'm not sure what he was talking to Tony Brown about.
And he probably could chew gum, too.
Paul at the floor to be at the center circle. 3-second difference on the clocks. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Blocked by Wade. They tumble to the floor. Hornets basketball. Monty Williams wants a 20-second timeout.
When we talk about the athleticism of LeBron James, this is it displayed by Dwayne Wade. They both can run you down. You might can beat them because Chris Paul did beat Dwayne Wade, but he can catch up and make a play.
While the Hornets chat, let's talk about how you can chat with us. Be connected with your New Orleans Hornets 24/7, 365. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Get exclusive prizes and giveaways. Get text alerts with all the latest breaking news straight to your phone with Mobile Buzz. Go to Hornets.com, sign up for B-Mail, and you'll get weekly updates from the New Orleans Hornets. And you can join in the conversation today. Before the Hornets resume play, let's check in with Victor Howell.
Remind everybody about the steal of the game. $99 club seats for your chance to come here and be a part of the excitement at the Hive November 13th against the Portland Trail Blazers. Log on to Hornets.com now for this exclusive deal. Click on steal of the game and use the password CST. You'll get $74 savings for club seats to see the Hornets at the Hive.
Are you kidding? Club seats for $99.
That's a steal of the game.
1 second to shoot. Ariza to Okafor. And a shot clock violation as he tried to catch and shoot and really off balance, unable to get a clean shot away. Bosh got the block. And so with the shot clock violation, it becomes the 5th Hornet turnover and 4.3 seconds remaining.
It's not bad. 5 turnovers in a half.
Outstanding.
That's not bad.
Only 1 in the first quarter. If you're just tuning us in, the Hornets led by 12 after 1, by 14 early in the second quarter. And right now by 9, Miami's last chance of the half. James up court, Bosh against Smith, turns and gives it up to House, puts it on the floor, got it away in time, but it comes up short. What a first half for the Hornets. What an efficient 18 minutes for Chris Paul. 3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from the line, 10 assists, a steal, and 9 points.
Well, he's got people making shots. I think Trevor Ariza, being less timid tonight, shooting his jump shot than maybe in other nights, has helped that assist total rise for Chris Paul.
He hit his first 2 shots, did Trevor, both from downtown. First possession of the second half belongs to the Bees, who lead by 9. Belinelli had a very quiet first half. He had a couple of shots. Okafor's pass batted down by Anthony, and after he got it back, Okafor turns it over. The Hornets had just 6 turnovers in the first half, 1 in the first quarter, but start the second half that way.
We're trying to run a high-low, getting the ball at the free throw line, then looking down low. It just didn't work, but you'll see if they're going to try it again.
James dumps it off to Bosh, who kisses it off the glass.
Unlike James and Wade, Bosh is a jump shooter. He's an inside player that doesn't really have a low post move. He likes to shoot fall-away jumpers more than anything else. In
16 minutes of first half play, Bosh had 2 points. He gets the same amount in the first half minute of the third. Here's Paul over Wade for 3. No, tapped up and in by Okafor, who already has a new season high.
Playing very well. You talk about his defense, multiple blocks in games, and now scoring the basketball.
31 points in his last 7 quarters. Wade finds Bosh. Single coverage Okafor. Another jump shot. No good.
That's what's going to be, Bob. He's going to shoot the jumper.
Miami shot 40% from the field in the first half. Paul goes behind the back after getting rid of Arroyo and kisses it off glass himself.
Arroyo not having a good night against Chris Paul at all.
Most point guards are in that category, but particularly tonight. Chris is having a vintage game already, a double-double. Long rebound. CP running the floor with him. Belinelli. CP taking it himself, and it's rejected by James. How many times have we seen LeBron do that?
Well, he's 6'8", can get in the air. Usually he runs you down.
Wade going between the legs with the dribble drive. Wave off the dunk. Joey Crawford says the foul occurred well before the shot.
Well, we talked about Carlos Arroyo having a tough time guarding Chris Paul. Remember, we showed you the trickery in the first half. Chris Paul this time gave him a little shoulder, backed him off, and then banked it in. But LeBron James is so athletic. Chris left the floor, nice shot, but LeBron just climbed up and got it.
Sometimes he climbs and it doesn't look like he's going to come down.
He's a big guy. He's as big as I am, but he's a guard.
Arroyo along that baseline, kicking it out to Wade, missing the 3, but the long rebound comes to Carlos Arroyo. Hornets by 9. Second chance opportunity for the Heat. This is Wade against Belinelli. Fakes the 3. Now Arroyo with 8. Bosh wants another jumper. Oh my goodness. Didn't hear the call, but he has 4 1/4.
That's what he does now. He makes jump shots because he doesn't like playing inside.
All behind the back feed to West. Boy, it'd be nice to see that all-star get on track. After scoring just 2 in the first half, due in large part to the foul trouble.
Foul trouble got him. He had to sit down early. Jay Smith, I'm going to call him Jay Smith, came in and did a really good job.
James pull up. LeBron with 13 to lead Miami.
You still make him a jump shooter. I know he's knocked in 3, but that's what you want. He doesn't get to the foul line if he's shooting jump shots.
You have to take something away from him. The dribble drive is a good choice. That's a pretty good choice for the Hornets. We've already seen David West get a double-digit third quarter once already this season. It came against Denver in this building, and he's got 2 in a row.
A good choice and a good strategy because, again, without Ilgauskas, they're not very big inside, and they don't do a good job of defending down low.
Ariza knew he had baseline help. And LeBron misses the jumper, but Anthony rebounding over Paul and putting it back in. The Hornets had given up the fewest second chance points in the NBA coming into tonight's ball game. Just the 6th second chance point for the Heat. Here's West looking for his 3rd in a row. Look at Okafor scoring in the paint once again, and Eric Spoelstra is furious. Turn on Tuesday, huh?
Man, that's
Special deal.
That's a good wine. That's not. No, that's not the kind of wine we're talking about.
No H in that wine. 4 minutes in to the second half. Hornets by 11. Bosh starting to heat up. He had 2 points in the first half. He has 6 in the third quarter.
Well, he is certainly the 3rd thought on this team, not even the 2nd. I think eventually, before the season's out, that's going to cause some problems. Late game, when they don't go to him, he's going to feel left out.
Belinelli, offensive foul. Had that little chicken wing to get rid of Wade on the drive.
And Wade went down, so.
Well, had to make sure the ref saw it.
Yeah, he was already by him. It's not like he got him on the initial move. He was by him before Wade falls. Now you see, he's already gone, but you got to do that a lot lower. That's got to be around the knee area when you reach out and grab him.
That was not a chicken wing. That was an airplane wing. That was wide. LeBron finds Bosh, poke free, but not totally. Bosh banging bodies with Emeka Okafor, and Okafor wins the battle and gets his 5th rebound.
Nice defense.
Heat with just 51 points, 5 minutes into the third. Here's West off the dribble against Ilgauskas and put it in. That's knowing your personnel. No way Ilgauskas stops that drive.
He's a little slow of foot is Ilgauskas, and David West took advantage.
Bosh hands off to LeBron. Ariza sticks to him like flypaper. Wade looking to split 2. Tried to dump it off. Paul tips to Belinelli. 3-on-3 whistle foul.
Ilgauskas reached out and grabbed Marco. I can't keep up with you, so stop running. Slow down.
It's on Ilgauskas. It should be his 3rd.
Watch him reach out. He says, I got long arms. I don't have quick feet. I'm using my long arms later for that foot stuff.
When you're 7'3", you can catch guys from behind, but as you say, with the arm, not the leg.
Yeah, he's Dr. Shoulder, not Dr. Shoulder.
Hornets by 11 and the ball. By the way, Chris Paul, 13 assists and 11 points. He's got the ball, rolls to the hoop. Side backboard, no. Rebound fought for. Can Paul save it? No! And a Hornet season ticket holder courtside gets a chance to help Chris Paul to his feet.
And something to talk about all next week.
Yeah, and the week after.
He ran him. I caught him. Chris Paul sat in my lap at the game. They were playing the Heat. Yeah, I was there. You didn't see me?
That's right. I kept him from getting further damage. I was the cushion. High pick and pop. Wade and Ilgauskas almost knocked away by Ariza. Ilgauskas. Whistle foul. This one's going against Miami, against Bosh, but the basket does count. So give Ilgauskas the jumper. He's 3 for 3, but a foul on Bosh.
Ilgauskas can shoot. He likes to shoot the jumper. And the ball is already in the air. It's underway. So you see the clear out underneath by Bosh, but the ball is already halfway to the basket. So it's a correct call that the shot should count.
Video ought to be included in the NBA rule book under the law of clearing out. I mean, he just threw him to the floor. Belinelli drive and pitch. 8 on the clock for Paul. He and West up top. Skip pass finds Belinelli for 3. Okafor tapped it out, but to Wade. Wade against Paul, who tipped it free, but commits the foul.
Chris thought he had a good steal. He thought he had a good steal. Went under the dribble. You'll watch him go under the dribble.
Left arm had his hip, or left hand had his hip.
Refs don't usually miss. They usually are all over it. You know, you look back 9 out of 10 times or 10 out of 11 times, they will be correct.
We had the referee camp in New Jersey during the offseason. And we get 2, 3, 4 different looks. Sometimes we don't get it right, and the refs just get one look.
Well,
here's Jones for 3. No. Okafor, another carom.
They always give us the test that they know we're not going to answer the questions correctly either. I don't like that.
They know broadcasters pretty well.
They can ask me some other things. They don't have to ask me the stuff they ask.
Here's West against Ilgauskas, deep underneath, tipped up high. James ends up with it, and LeBron will bring it across. Game getting a little ugly at the moment.
Well, you want it ugly. I think that's how you want to play Miami. You want an ugly game.
Scoop and score by D. Wade, who now has 14, but his first points of the second half.
A free-flowing game with people driving to the basket, that plays into Miami's hands. You want it to be all mucked up.
And all mucked up actually could have been predicted. You have two of the best defensive teams in the league. Up and down, that's traveling by Chris Paul. Got caught in the air with the ball. Very rare CP turnover, just his second.
That's gravity caused that one.
4th turnover of the 3rd. Hornets now in double digits with 10 turns. Okafor comes out, Smith comes in, and Thornton also reporting in for the Hornets. He replaces Belinelli.
Thornton's in there to play offense.
Wade turns, fires, misses. He'll go back to the free throw line on the shooting foul. And CP has picked up his 3rd. For the Hornets, it's the 3rd team foul, 4:46 mark.
They ISO'd Chris Paul down low with Dwayne Wade posting him up. So now you got to make a decision. Do you come and support on that post up?
Wade 6'4", about 215. Height and strength advantage over his good friend, Chris Paul. Wade now 7 out of 7 at the free throw line. He's had some injury problems, and he barely played in the preseason after tweaking the hamstring just 3 minutes in to the Big Three's debut.
I know they thought that it was going to be a bad omen to see that happen. I would have thought that.
He sat out the rest of the preseason and was able to play the opener against Boston, and the 4 games since, all wins. Hornets by 5 in the ball. Wade has scored 8 of his 16 at the line. Here's West turning the corner on Ilgauskas. Weak side help from Bosh, but as it turns out, it's weak help. David West in double figures.
He is in mid-season form. David West is.
An 8-point quarter for the 2-time All-Star. 3rd Hornet in double figures. Wade trapped hard up high and turns it over again. Here comes Paul. 4 on 5. West late in getting over. Ariza trying to split the trap. Get it to CP. That's how you get rid of a trap. Bosh trying to bother him. Doubt it will. Smith, left elbow. Jason Smith becomes the 4th Hornet to hit double figures.
When is it going to be Jay Smith? Come on now, Bob. Couple more jumpers. He's Jay Smith, Jay for jumper.
Scary night for Miami when Jason gets the ball. Here's Jones finding James. LeBron crossover, pull up. Jason rebounds.
Make him a jump shooter.
6 boards, 10 points for Smith off the bench. Paul, step back, 2, yes sir. 13th point.
No, I mean, you know, all this talk about who might be the best point guard in the league, that's idle talk. Well, that is the best point guard in the league, period.
And some national writers believe he was the MVP after the first week of play. Right after the timeout, Bosh gets a jam, and he is having an impact here in the quarter. 8th point for Chris Bosh as Ariza draws the foul underneath. It's on James Jones. 2nd on him, 3rd on his team. Chris Paul and company, though, up by 9 at home. Late.
Going to win the battle against the opponent's bench, then that certainly is a plus.
Hornets basketball under 3 minutes to play. Quarter number 3. Looking to go up double digits on Miami again. West against Ilgauskas. It's been a mismatch. Although West airballs that one. West with an 8-point quarter before that shot. And now West is caught on LeBron deep underneath. Gets it to Jones for 3. Long rebound. Paul throws ahead for Ariza.
They brought him here for a lot of things, his defense, his three-point shooting, but they brought him here to run the floor with Chris Paul and finish just like that.
15th assist for Chris Paul, who had 16 dimes on Wednesday against Houston. LeBron airballs it. Here comes Marcus. 3 on 4. Thornton left it short. He had help, didn't use it. Here's Bosh. Poke free by the man of steel. Ariza running the floor with him. Paul off to Trevor. How about these Hornets?
That's why Trevor Ariza is here, folks. If you wondered, now you know.
It is the 8th Miami turnover. Standing ovation with 90 seconds left in the third. Fans don't need their seats here tonight. This is Bosh. Step back. Quiets the New Orleans crowd.
He's probably as good of a jump shooter among their bigs as anybody.
Ball works against Wade. Just over a minute left. Hard high trap by Bosh and Wade on Paul. Here's Ariza. Long 3. Banked it. He had time. But the ball, for a moment, I thought the Hornets had taken it away. LeBron ends up with it to the key, to the line, and in the lane, he is fouled.
Well, we talk about Trevor Ariza and what he brings in terms of a running mate, and we actually mean running mate for Chris Paul. He is running the floor and finishes athletically over the rim. And now the Hornets poke it away, and who do you find? Trevor one more time. Chris Paul has another person he can count on, and he looked for Trevor, and Trevor finished again.
LeBron James, it took him 31 minutes to go to the line for the first time. You saw the numbers on Chris Paul up on your screen. Back-to-back 16 assist games, and he's got a quarter and 50 seconds to improve on.
It's very good that you've kept LeBron James off the free throw line for that amount of time. That's perfect.
Shooting 77% in their first 5 games coming in. And at the free throw line, gets them both.
And when he's going to the line, you know it's something spectacular. It probably has happened 1 or 2 of those occasions, and it gets the wow factor in the game. Keeping him off the line means you keep the wow factor out of the game for him.
Look at that trap extended above the hash. Paul drive, kick. Ariza for 3. No. Rebound knocked away from Ilgauskas. Out of bounds off New Orleans. So Miami has obviously changed its strategy, Gil. They want the ball out of Chris's hands no matter where he has it.
Well, and that's something that what's talked about that they would have done the entire game because they're athletic enough to do it. But that's when you really make them pay. That's a good look for Ariza. Maybe he'll knock the next one down.
Here's LeBron. Ariza's done a nice job on him. Only 1 visit to the line. Goes over the screen, but there really wasn't enough space. Little hip check for the foul.
And he left his feet, too. He left his feet, so whenever you jump in the air like that, obviously, you know, you come down on the offensive player. It's going to be called.
Miami in the penalty, so with 22.7 seconds remaining, LeBron gets his 2nd straight visit to the line. Made his first 2. Tries to cut the deficit to 7. Of course, he's wearing number 6. They're supposed to honor Dr. J, right? He wanted to leave 23 alone to MJ and honor Dr. J and also Bill Russell, I think.
He probably doesn't know who Henry Logan is either.
Oh, I would doubt that. Nope. LeBron and I are on the same page in that regard.
That's why he's wearing 6.
Hornets by 8.
But you're right. If you talk about honoring people and you wear that number, there's a couple of big ones that. Yeah. I know it's not dishonor, but what about those guys?
15 seconds left. LeBron went 1 of 2 in that trip. Hornets with a chance to go into the 4th with a double-digit lead if they can convert on their final possession of the quarter. Ariza from Paul. Gave it up to Benga. That's blocked with 2. With 1. Wade lets it fly from half court, and the Hornets will be satisfied with an 8-point lead. Oh, my goodness. 42-24 as we begin the 4th quarter of action. It's Green and Bayless in the backcourt. Ariza, Smith, and Benga in the front court for New Orleans. James starts the fourth for Miami. Feeds House for three. No. Ariza grabbed the ball in the paint.
They may be a little bit anxious, Miami, now, you know, starting to play a little bit too quickly and rushing their shots.
Here's Bayless. Maneuvered around the trap. Ariza from down low up top to Jared. Jared stops, feeds Willie with four, with three, 4-3. And Ilgauskas gobbles up the rebound.
You want to run your offense. If they're going to be in a hurry, you don't need to be.
Nice bounce feed underneath, no room. Ilgauskas from the head of the circle. And Ilgauskas hasn't missed. Perfect 4 for 4 shooting.
Well, Ilgauskas and Bosh have been the better jump shooters on the team tonight for Miami.
Here's Bayless. Started the fourth with a couple of buckets in Houston on Wednesday. Smith drew contact, and he'll get a pair from the line. Average scoring in their winning streak. Almost 106 points per game and almost a 23-point margin of victory. But they haven't even had a 1-point lead here tonight.
Well, they get you in helter-skelter basketball. They get you running crazy, and then they run out on you. That's how they want to play.
Jason Smith making his first free throw on his second attempt of the night. 11 off the bench as Benga departs. And Okafor returns in 25 minutes. Emeka 18 points to lead New Orleans.
Well, Okafor makes them defend him. They're not going to defend Benga, so it's 5-on-4 defense on offense. So you got to put Okafor back in the ball game to keep them honest defensively inside.
That free throw trip by Jason ending a 7-0 Miami run. Here's James with a left hand, no. Haslem couldn't get the tip, but House gets it up top and tried to save it. That's over and back. That's over and back. Little hip check on the loose ball try, didn't hurt.
Well, and again, I think Miami's just a little bit out of sync now. You know, I think the pressure's on them. They think they can't lose games. Everybody's expecting them to win every game they play, which is unrealistic, and then they get a little bit antsy when things aren't going their way.
All 4 wins for the Hornets have come against teams that won more than 50% from a year ago. The miss by Bayless and the missed tip by Okafor. Miami, on the other hand, 3 of its 4 wins have come against teams well below 500. Here's Ilgauskas again. He has been unconscious. All perimeter shots. A perfect 5 out of 5.
But he won't get to the free throw line like that. So if you got to give up something, maybe you give up that.
He traveled, did Ariza. That's how he got past Ilgauskas after catching the ball.
And that's a point of emphasis. And watch to see him shuffle his feet when he catches. See him shuffle the feet. Both feet move before the ball hit the floor. And you have to establish one pivot foot, dribble before you pick up the other foot. It's quick, but they're looking for it, and they're going to call it.
Here's Ilgauskas. This time Okafor right up against him. James, jump feed. Ilgauskas is no longer perfect. Haslem,
far from perfect.
Did not touch rim on the follow. Hornets ball. Buying time for Chris Paul on the bench. Here's Green finding Okafor. 20-point game for Emeka.
We said they would put Emeka back in the ball game because he would be a threat offensively. It paid dividends right away.
With 9.5 remaining, the Hornets have a season-high 44 points in the paint scored. House trying to get free of Jared.
But you want House handling the ball. It means he's not shooting the ball.
LeBron missing the 3. Hornets ball trying to extend their lead to double digits. Bayless finds Ariza around a solid screen from Smith. Not there. Smith crashing the boards but can't come up with it. Here's James. Jump feed deflected. Jump ball. Smith and Haslem.
Great transition defense. You get back and you mess it up.
Listen to this crowd.
Last year. Dylan, I know you're used to your dad talking. Can you give me a big Go Hornets in the microphone? Can you say Go Hornets?
Go Hornets.
That's what I'm talking about. Go Hornets. That's right. Hey, Darren, good to see you. Best of luck in Carolina, man. We appreciate it. Dylan, thank you very much. Let's go back to Bob and Gil.
Thank you, Victor. Here's Wade in transition. And the foul occurred prior to the layup attempt by D. Wade.
Jerry tried to split that double, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
It is the second turnover of the quarter charged to New Orleans, 13th on the night. Hornets have turned over Miami 10 times tonight.
Relatively cleanly played basketball today.
8.5 remaining. Wade put it in on the floater. 6-point Hornet lead. Chris Paul normally rests until around the halfway mark of the fourth. We'll see if that happens again tonight against Miami. Willie Green, Belinelli, Bayless, Smith, and Okafor on the floor as Wes checks to the scorer's table. With 2, with 1, Hornets barely get it off, and Okafor hit nothing but the bottom of the net for his game-high 22nd point.
He is playing some good basketball.
10 of 11 from the field for Met.
Okay, better than good. All right, I changed that.
Here's Ilgauskas. Back to Wade. This is Jones giving it up to Haslem. 5 on the clock. Haslem working on Okafor. Turns, try to go up and under, and scores. Haslem, just his second bucket off the bench.
That's key. I mean, he's not a true center. He's a power forward, but they need his offense down low because that's, other than Bosh, they have none.
This is Smith. Second consecutive double-digit game for Monty Williams' crew. Now Green with 8. Finds Smith, looking for 2 more. Not that time. As D. Wade will bring it up court, and Paul and West about to return for New Orleans. Wade, jump feed, finds House for 3. Okafor cleans it up with his 9th rebound of the ball game. It ties his season high.
Good job. Just a good job. You force the jump shot, and then you get the rebound to clean up the defense.
Hornets by 6. They've grown cold from the field, missing 8 shots in a row. Willie Green can put that stat in the back pocket as he just snapped it. Willie Green picking up his 2nd bucket.
Coach Williams has such confidence in his play, and plays like that will continue it.
Timeout on the floor.
That it means how much rest can you give a Chris Paul and a David West so they can come in and be effective late. So it's very important for the bench guys to hold their own until these guys can get back.
6:25 remaining. 19 on the shot clock. You see LeBron James chatting to the Hornet coaching staff, and the guy he's chatting to is Michael Malone, of course, who joined the Hornets after a 5-year stint as an assistant in Cleveland. They're just mopping up a little bit of perspiration along the far sideline near where James Jones is about to inbound the ball.
Might be a little bit of inspiration. Somebody might have spilled a cup of inspiration. Who's that kid in that hat? Good looking. That's a good looking kid right there. Who is that? That's my boy.
Gilbert Odell. Jones inbounds to Wade. Here we go. Buckle up for a fine finish here in New Orleans. James drive and kick.
He pushed off to James, but they didn't call it.
Wade draws the contact, lays it in, goes back to the line after cutting the Hornet lead down to 6.
Well, this is going to be interesting to see how, and look at Wade, he wrapped around, he grabbed also, how Wade and James handle this end of game situation. Will they just take turns going one-on-one, and will the other players be involved at all offensively?
Or will they be spectators?
Witnesses. No, that was someplace else.
Yeah, a little north of here. Wade at the line is 9 out of 9. The Hornets have only attempted 9 free throws as a team.
This just be the witness protection plan down in Miami.
3-point play completed. Hornets lead down to 5. Belinelli from Green, no. More than halfway through the 4th. This is Haslem. And Miami has cut what was once a 14-point deficit down to 3.
And that's Haslem's area, that free throw line. Now, you want to run your play. You don't have to try to get a quick shot. Just get a good shot.
Ball to West. West, a strong drive in traffic. No, Okafor tips it in and has a game-high 24.
And that's what a good shot will give you. A good shot will give you an opportunity at an offensive stick back.
A double-double because that was also Emeka's 10th rebound. James trapped up high, got rid of it to Haslem, fouled, but that's a good foul by West because Haslem must earn 2 at the line.
And James and Wade are discussing what should have happened, and it don't look like they're agreeing about it either. Yeah, that was a sure 2 points, and so you get the foul, make him take 2 shots to get 2 points.
Haslem will be the first Miami reserve to take a free throw tonight. Makes the first. That's the Hornet lead back to 4 with 1 more coming. And LeBron still jawing.
Well, you know, again, he and Wade were discussing what should have happened, shoulda, woulda, coulda. At some point in time, that's going to be problematic.
Haslem got 2 anyway. And Miami 14 for 16 at the line. They have doubled the Hornets' point total at the stripe. Just over 5 minutes to go. Here's that high trap by Bosh and Wade. Ball went almost to the timeline before getting rid of it. Splits 2. Got to the line. Feeds Belinelli. Ball fake now for 2.
That's the play. And Chris Paul understood that. Once he got by the first line of defense, he knew he had numbers.
17th assist for Paul, despite the trapping defense.
Well, you know, that's just a smart basketball play by Chris Paul, and Belinelli is good to shoot the ball.
Look who's on LeBron. Emeka up high. He throws it away. Paul. Wade. Paul. No. West. No. But a foul.
Good defense. Good defense by Emeka. We heard in shoot-around that Emeka may be guarding sometimes LeBron James because of the strength factor, but Chris Paul doing a good job of getting down the court.
David West, you saw there, getting fouled by Haslem.
And what David West did is what all young players need to do. No matter how good your teammates are, you follow the play. Anything could happen. You follow the play so you can be part of the play. Don't stand and watch. If you want to stand and watch, get the steal of a game and get one of these good tickets.
Just the 3rd free throw of the half for the Hornets. 10th on the night. West's first, now with 11. A superb free throw shooter at 83% coming in. Career above 80%. With 4.5 remaining. David West has given the New Orleans Hornets a 7-point lead over Miami.
All net. No question that they were going in.
5 double-figure scores for the Hornets, including David West. As Ariza sets to come back in. He's at the scorer's table. This is for 3. Wade delivers the tray. That is the first 3-pointer made by either team since halftime. Wade with 24 to tie Okafor for game-high honors. Under 4 minutes remaining.
There's that big trap again.
West, jump feed Green, 4-3. Haslem rebounds. Miami can cut it to 2 with a 2. LeBron weaving through the defense. Blocked by Okafor. And a loose ball foul underneath as Bosh hit the deck. It's on West. It's his 4th.
Well, Emeka still manning what's going on inside, not giving up anything. That's good defense on his part. I mean, this is a loose ball. Everybody's going after the ball. It's a man's game down there.
Emeka's 2nd block of the ball game, his 12th of the season already. With 3:43 remaining, West, of course, stays in the game with the 4th foul. It's also, maybe more importantly, the Hornets' 4th team foul, so Miami 1 away from the penalty. Monty Williams gets some final instructions to his guys before the ball will be inbounded by James Jones. A dangerous 3-point shooter in his own right.
And don't let him come inbounds. Make him stay out of it.
Wade around the Bosh screen, pops back upstairs. Belinelli staying in front of him. And a whistle and a foul on Marco. And 3 frees coming up for number 3 on Miami.
It's not a good decision. You never want to foul a jump shooter. You certainly don't want to foul him from 3. And Wade hadn't been making jump shots with any kind of regularity tonight, but he fouled him right on the elbow, right in front of the ref.
If Wade makes all these free throws, they'll be as close as they've been since a 2-2 tie.
Well, maybe we jinxed him, or maybe you jinxed him.
Wade hits the first of 3. Is the 2003 NBA draft the best ever? Well, look at the guys in the ball game today. LeBron was 1, Bosh was 4, guy at the line was 5, and the Hornet 2-time All-Star was number 18 in that draft.
And that's something to tweet about, because if you don't think it was, I'd like to hear who you think it might have been. What draft might have been as good as, if not better than, that draft?
You know, at the top of my head, 84 was pretty good. That was Jordan's draft. Hakeem was in that draft.
How about the 79 draft?
Chuck was in that draft.
Chuck. How about the 79 draft? A guy named Bird and a guy named Magic.
That's not bad. That's a good start to a draft, isn't it? 86-85 after the 3 free throws. Paul misses. Great knockout by Okafor. That was crucial. A new clock for the New Orleans Hornets.
That was crucial. Here's
Paul. Dribbling deep underneath. Kick out Marco. Ball fake. Jump pass to Ariza for 3. Oh my goodness. Air ball. Rebound. Wade saves to LeBron. And the Miami Heat with a chance to take the lead, except for the man of steel. Chris Paul from behind, poking it free. Paul against LeBron. Gives it up. Wants it back. Ameka makes sure that happens.
And LeBron claims to know Chris's game. That's what he says. I know Chris's game. He didn't know Chris was behind him, though. Not for that steal.
It's tense enough here in New Orleans for everybody to be on their feet. Okafor got it! He beat the buzzer! He beat the buzzer and has 26 thanks to CP3's 18th assist.
That's twice in this half he's beat the buzzer.
Wade for 3. No, sir. Was looking to tie the game.
Make them jump shooters. Make them jump shooters.
Here's Paul. Floater. Banker. Wave it off.
Offensive.
That was the 3rd tee assessed to Hornet this season. 2 on Paul, 1 on West. It's Miami ball. And as LeBron brings front court, we'll have 2 minutes remaining in regulation. What a game. As advertised. Wade, jump feed, far corner, Jones for the lead, no! Okafor, another rebound. It's his 13th.
And Okafor wants to get the ball to Chris Paul. Although they're going to trap Chris Paul, he wants the ball in Chris's hands.
No trap here. Wade single coverage, 1:40 to go. Paul now sees the trap. Paul has time to decide. It's to West. Up and under. He'll go to the line after the Haslem personal foul.
They were going to give him the look. Not right away. They wanted to time it, slow it down, and come out as a secondary trap. And Chris is smart enough to figure out where the trap came from, so he knows who to go to.
Haslem waited for him to pick up the dribble before he went to West. Paul's too smart to go for that twice.
And he still got the ball to David West to get fouled, so might be too smart for it to even be effective once.
West increasing New Orleans' lead to 3. Hornets trying to score the large upset, or is it?
Or is it? That's a very good question.
It would be a franchise record 5th consecutive win to begin the season. West short with a second one. Hornets by 3, 90 seconds left. LeBron. Whistle, layup. He'll go to the line for 2.
That turns out to be a good foul. You don't let him get a 3-point play. But he is so strong, rolls right off the rim.
Trevor Ariza with his 3rd foul. Heat and a penalty. Hornets 1 away from joining them.
Do the great feel pressure?
First free throw says no. 89-87. Hornets lead cut to 2. Crowd trying to distract the decision maker. 1-point Hornet lead as LeBron James gets his 18th point. 5 of 6 at the stripe tonight.
Sometimes those distracted moves help them to concentrate, Bob. It gives them something to shut out of their mind.
Ball works off of that rather weak trap compared to what we saw in the third. Paul bounces out against Wade, crosses over twice. Key, line, lane, floater, long. Going for the loose ball was West, and actually touched the baseline after missing the rebound. And it's Miami ball. Miami with a chance to grab its first lead.
One of the reasons that trap might be weak is because they're not trapping with Bosh. They're using someone else.
Ariza fouls LeBron. 4th Trevor foul. And James could give Miami its first lead at the line.
Well, this is a tough matchup. The quickness factor is there for Trevor, but LeBron is so strong. He is so strong. If you aren't squared up in front of him, he's going to go by you.
The 8-year pro out of Akron, Ohio, has just tied the game. First time it's been tied since it was 2-2. That was a while ago. 59.8 seconds left. Will LeBron give Miami its first lead? Yes, he will. His 20th point.
To possibly find him down low if they come out too high on him.
One of the pregame themes was keeping Miami off the line, and although they haven't gotten to the line a ridiculous number of times, they have scored their last 8 points at the stripe.
Yeah, it hasn't been a high-scoring ball game, so.
Seats not being used at the Hive right now. It is a sellout. Everybody standing with good reason. 59.8 seconds to go. Hornets trail by 1. What will the 3-time All-Star point guard do tonight to finish off this ball game? Paul finds Belinelli. Off the dribble drive, is fouled. Marco goes to the line.
Way to attack the basket. No, they came out high again because of Chris, and it leaves things just a little naked underneath. Take it right to the basket. There's no Ilgauskas there, so there's no 7-footer. Take it right to the hoop, and that's what Belinelli did.
First free throw attempt of the night, and it bounces through. 6 for 7 on the season on his first attempt tonight. We are tied at 90.
Not the neatest, cleanest made free throw, but it went in, and it still counts.
Hornets retake the lead. The tie, by the way, was just the third. 2 of them have come late fourth. 50.2 seconds left. LeBron booed as he picks it up right there at center court.
Wade and LeBron, 2-man game.
Wade, jump feed, Jones. Bosh quickly gets rid of it. Wade drives, dumps it off underneath. Loose ball. Do we have a jump ball? What's the call? It's out of bounds to New Orleans, says Joey Crawford.
And who's in the middle of that? Trevor Ariza is around there somewhere. And there's David West piling up.
Ball was on Wade as he landed out of bounds, but it was Ariza who knocked it away initially.
We talked about why Trevor Ariza, again, you get to see his defense. You saw him running the floor.
Emeka Okafor comes out. Smith comes in, gives you a pick and pop option. So you really have one on either side of the key with West and Smith.
Exactly, exactly. It means that you can still open the lane a little bit more because you got to respect their jump shooting. You got to come out and guard them.
Hornets by 1 and the ball. 20 seconds left, half that on the shot clock. Paul, crossover, dribble drive, dumps it off to Ariza for 3. Yes, sir! Listen to the Hive! Timeout, Miami!
No hesitation. No hesitation.
Third 3 for Ariza tonight.
That's big. That's real big.
Fans have been standing. Now they're dancing.
They were already standing, so why not dance? Trevor Ariza in the corner. Chris Paul found him. He didn't hesitate. Nothing but net. A big 3 by Trevor Ariza.
interruption, and then the celebration. Chris Paul is having one of those nights. 19 assists, 13 points, 5 steals, and there's nothing better for Monty Williams and his coaching staff than a well-rested point guard.
If his name is Chris Paul.
And it is. Chris Paul with the drive and kick. And I want you to pay attention to the Bees bench after the shot was made.
So we know it's good. We didn't have to see it go in. This tells us it was good.
Not just a made shot, but because it's a 3 with 14.3 seconds remaining in regulation, it is a 2-possession game. What a huge shot.
And going back to when we talk about the things that Trevor Ariza does, he was involved with the steal, and he makes the 3. The things that they brought him here for, to play defense and hit open shots, he did both.
As the coaches say, this is a situation, defend without fouling. LeBron going for 2. No, looking for 3, but it's Bosh upstairs. Are you kidding? Of all players on the floor, it's the tallest who makes the tray. And Bosh with his 13th point of the second half.
We said earlier, though, the 2 people who were shooting jump shots better than anybody else tonight was Bosh and Ilgauskas. We talked about that. Bosh had been hot here last season, making 10 of 11 shots, and they were all jumpers, or mostly jumpers. That's what he does. He doesn't post up. He shoots jumpers. Ilgauskas shoots jumpers. Big men who shoot jumpers, it's a luxury, but I also think it's something that can come back to haunt you. That was a big shot made by Chris Bosh.
All right, with a little over 7 seconds remaining, the Hornets obviously going to protect this basketball, and the Miami Heat likely are going to put the Hornets on the line, and quickly.
Yeah, well, you've got some good free throw shooters. David West is a big man you can leave on the floor that can make free throws. You see Trevor's out there, Marco's out there, of course Chris will be out there, and Jay Smith.
Hornets are in the penalty. Hornets have a timeout remaining. And on the floor, Belinelli, Smith, West, Paul, and Ariza. No, Smith is not on the floor. Oh my goodness, Green is on the
There were 6 on the floor.
Oh my goodness, that was almost a violation.
Yes, it was.
And Miami's going to use the opportunity to bring a house in for Bosh.
There were 6 on the floor.
Oh,
short, but play had not started.
That could have been disastrous. Hornets by 1, 7.5 seconds left. Ariza, the trigger man, finds West, immediately fouled by Haslem. Even if West makes both free throws, Miami would have a chance to send it to overtime with a 3. Let's see how it plays out. West back to the line where he's 3 for 4 tonight. Haslem's 4th foul, by the way. Chris Paul checking with the Hornet bench on how many timeouts they have remaining, which is 1. I can tell you that, CP. Miami also with 1 timeout. Does Miami call a timeout, or do they just roll?
He might be checking to see if you want a foul coming up the court too, Bob.
David West doubles the advantage to 2. Bosh is back in. House is back out. Crucial David West free throw.
Well, what kind of belief do the Miami Heat have in Chris Bosh to substitute him for Eddie House?
Might have been just a matchup of the 3-guard offense.
But you need a 3.
True.
So it's his shooting too. They obviously have faith in it.
West got it. Eric Spoelstra does burn his final timeout. It is a 20. Miami must score 3. Trailing New Orleans 96-93 with 7.2 seconds remaining. Let's check in now with Victor Howell.
You can't ask for a more exciting event and a more exciting experience, and we want you to be here because it's the steal of the game, and you can steal it right now. Here's what you do. Log on to Hornets.com, click on Steal of the Game, and get $99 club seats that are regularly $173. $173, you get them for $99 for the November 13th game against the Blazers. Now, here's the key. Use the password CST. And Bob and Gil, club seats, this kind of environment, you can't beat. That's steal of a deal, and it's the steal of the game.
That's the steal, Victor. You are right about that.
Better get him now. There's not an unlimited supply.
The streetcars are leaving. Get on them.
Hornets with the 5th best defense coming in, allowing, guess what, 93 points a game. Right now, Miami at 93.
That's enough, huh?
Hornets by 3, 7.2 left. Now, the much talked about decision. Which star gets the ball for the final shot? Jones to inbound. Looking, finds Wade, turns, fires it to House for 3, no! Tip, no! West rebounds! Hornets have set a free